adventure. This is episode 6, The Sordid World of Politics, part 2. Last we saw our lovely group of adventurers. They were getting ready to deal with a Bunraku parlor. They were contracted by Major Reed to make it look like Carl Derrick had killed a Bunraku doll. As we go into you guys' hideout, what are you guys doing?
I think that Salvo's probably getting his gear together, because being that he's counting on Sir or Sakura to do the talking once we get in and what have you. So he's mostly just getting his gear together. I think maybe like see him packing his talisman and his guns and whatnot, and then you see the last thing he puts together is he grabs a pack of cigarettes and opens it up. There's about half a pack in there, and he looks and a lighter in the pack, and he closes it back up. And he puts it in his pocket and heads out to the living room to get with everybody else. That's what Salvo's doing.
Oh, sir, what are you doing?
I was almost thinking the same thing as just getting ready, getting my voice ready, and making sure my little computer thingy on my arm is all comfy setting, I guess.
Fair enough. What's Bishop doing?
Well, Bishop is just, he's already made arrangements with the mysterious Rook and Knight to have a slag heap transported nearby in case things should go south. And other than that, he's just waiting on the rest of the group to get ready. Just sipping on one of the beers.
Still not.
What?
Yeah, she's probably just meditating for a bit, getting in the zone.
And Drifter. Maybe.
Drifter.
Drifter, you there?
Lose Cyrus.
Oh, we got a BRB in Discord, so
yeah,
they'll be back.
Oh, okay, yeah, there we are. I see it. I sees it now.
I was not paying attention to the text.
I seen it.
I fully understand. But I think Salvo probably, once he walks out, it probably is like, looks around and is like, so, are we doing this? Are we ready? What's the plan here?
You guys had done a little bit of research on the Bunraku parlor. You had seen the outside of it. It looks kind of like a brick box, just as a recap here. There are some video cameras and seems to be security at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a quick reminder.
And now that I remember correctly, one of the bits of information I picked up from my bartender contact is that this guy's kind of an asshole with women.
Oh, yeah. This guy is a regular heel.
Yeah.
Regularly cheats on his wife, has a wife and kids, but doesn't really seem to care about the fidelity of marriage.
And he got caught up on this, but it never came of anything politically for him, like a few years back, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is why the extreme measure of frame him for the murder of a prostitute. unless we can find a way to frame him up for like huge corporate malfeasance type stuff, then dirty money or something. but Salvo's ready to go. He's like, probably is like, well, Sakura, Drifter, sir, like team, I guess, whatever. We're ready. We're ready. I'm ready.
Let's have fun. Let's go.
Time to kill a hooker.
Yeah, Salvo just shakes his head at this again. He still doesn't have that sort of like that sort of like lack of respect for life for the hookers. It's like, well, they're people too. But he shakes his head, but says nothing more because we've already been over it. Going
He
after
has
our
no
employer.
room to talk, throwing fireballs at a crowd.
Hey, you know what? I tried to at least make sure I minimize the collateral damage.
I mean, you fireballed a cop car, but
They're cops. They're not really people.
Ooh.
And there was nobody in it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I could hear somebody in the background just like, ooh. When I said cops aren't really people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was the same person who has a cavalier attitude about prostitutes, as a matter of fact.
Dudes. Just saying.
Salvo's probably, yeah, he's not bothering to nitpick back and forth with Bishop in the moment. It's like, Sakura, you're on point here.
Okay. Guess there's
So-
a job.
I don't remember the particular details that you guys had worked out. Who was going in and what were you doing?
So I know that we had Salvo, Sakura, and I believe Sir infiltrating. So we were going in.
Meanwhile, Drifter would be sending bots in with them.
What type of bots were you going to be sending in?
The tiny ones, I forget what they're called.
The flies?
I think they were gnats.
I think they
gnats.
were gnats. Let's see
Okay.
here. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Let's find that PDF. How's that sound?
Sounds
No,
like a plan.
But
And is Drifter just going to drive all of us there?
I don't see why not.
I'm going to say, because
We'll park inconspicuously across the way. I have range in, terms of miles, when jumped in, which she'll be in the back of the truck. So
Salvo's got his motorcycle, but this may require somebody who's a better driver than him when it's time to get the fuck out of here.
Drifter
I can't
can drive.
imagine why.
Well, I think Drifter is probably a better driver than Salvo is by a wide margin. So.
Sure, the Drifter's a better driver than most of the populace.
Yeah.
And that is kind of their job right now. Or at least part of it.
You can let me drive just for entertainment, and I can wreck everything.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'd rather slip between the two semis as opposed to destroying them both. Don't get me wrong, Betty can handle it, but I'd just rather not have to fix her again.
Gotcha.
Right. It'd be a shame to have to repaint it.
Kind of looking outside at the fucking land tank parked
Right.
in front of the building. You see these patches in the framework, places where it looks like it's been shot by fucking cannons as opposed to just, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Paint. New
Salvo.
coat of paint. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Salvo's just shit-eating grin. Like, he kind of is like packing it, as he kind of double checks his grenades. Because, sure would be nice if we had some grenades. Which is why it's nice I do have grenades.
Hey, worst comes.
I'm just gonna say you did get paid for your last job, and you could probably afford grenades if you really wanted to.
I still have grenades. I only used one
Okay.
grenade before, and I think I've got like 5. I've still got like
Got like
4 high explosive grenades, I believe. Something like that, and I've still got smoke grenade too. Needed.
Gotcha.
I just have neural stuns.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So we've got, is it 3 of you then on infiltration, and then a couple sitting outside, and Bishop waiting on the the edges for when his
Yep.
boys needed. Fair enough. Fair enough. Is there any shopping or preparation that you guys need to do? Any supplies that you need to get before you start the run?
Oh Jesus! Apparently, I have 13 high explosive grenades.
Good fucking lord, man!
Nope, we're good.
Wait,
And a
wait,
year
wait.
and a half.
So now we have the option to burn the whole place down, in addition to knocking the whole place down if we so needed.
Jeez.
I
Well-
mean, think about it. We just run the truck right through the fucking front doors. We pop some explosive grenades, and then I just take out some load-bearing pillars on our way out.
Well, I already am going to be in the building and with lots of high explosive grenades and fireballs. That's the funny thing. I don't even need the grenades. I have fireball, but still probably I used them once. So.
You do still have burn to worry about on that too, though.
Burn.
Burnout for the spell.
Oh, fucking the backlash.
Yeah.
With that. Yeah, I'm usually good for 1, maybe 2 fireballs before I'm need to rest. So, which I'm assuming we're rested up from the last time we were out running
Yeah.
around. So
Yeah, you're rested up.
yeah, I think Salvo, goes out to get ready to load up, ready to probably like. So, Sakura, have you given any thought as to how this is gonna work out? Like, how are we gonna? Yeah, you said leave it to you, but like, what does this look like? I mean, do we wait outside while you do this? Do we,
Just make sure I'm not interrupted.
wait outside the door then? Okay, we go in, but we wait outside the door of the room. The room.
I can probably keep tuned into your ear. I can probably give you some advanced warning of when people are coming your way. I'm gonna send a couple of friends in with you. Hopefully, they're
fine.
none the wiser for it. Sorry, no grenade launcher help on the inside of the building this time. However, if need be, we can go from the outside in.
That is
Sorry.
definitely an option.
Subtlety is. It's my middle name if you spell it with fire and explosions. So.
Ah, I see.
Well, fire and explosions is my middle name too. Well, we're good there.
You two must be related.
Oh god, I hope not. I mean, maybe.
He just kind of looks over and saying, yeah, not even an elf. and, yeah, climb on board.
You're getting inside to this thing, you notice the floors are clear, kind of because they have to be. But the walls and the small desks and benches are completely covered in a collection of parts, junk, and more junk.
All right, I think I'm going to sit over here, kind of away from the grease.
Pretty much the only clear place that's not covered in grease is going to be the console, more or less.
Yeah, I think Salvo's like, hold on, I'll be right back. He goes inside and gets a towel, and then he can sit on.
Picky.
Why are
think
you
I'll
so
select a
picky?
stand.
Just get in there, enjoy his comfy workspace. I mean, sometimes you need it. Little chaos order.
Well,
It's
yeah,
okay.
to be fair, we're supposed to be looking like we're high-end clients. I can't do that if I'm covered in grease.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, all right. Kind of walks over to a little tray, grabs a gnat. Where am I going to put this on you? It's going to be the easiest way to get it into the building. Shoe?
I, I think I feel like he's probably got pockets in his vest. I feel like Salvo's got pockets in his vest. So
Right.
once we get inside, do I stick this thing somewhere? What do we do here? What is the process?
Put it somewhere out of the way on the floor, underneath a table or something. Somewhere where it won't get stepped on before I have a chance to turn it on, but other than that.
All right.
And probably, is Sakura in the vehicle as well?
Yeah, you're her
Okay.
transport.
Probably hands one to Sakura as well. I'm gonna give you this one too. Hopefully we don't need them both.
It's like a little nano bot.
Yeah, it's a gnat. I mean, they're tiny. I don't remember specifically how small they are. Baloney?
A gnat, you can fit one inside a fingernail. Actually, I think you can fit up to 10 of them inside a like a fingertip compartment module. So they're almost microscopic. They're the size of like an actual gnat.
Right. Kind of. I imagine at this point, yeah, just holding this barely imperceptible thing between her fingers. At this point, yeah.
Okay, so putting it between the cleavage is not a big deal.
No, they might even consider. They might confuse it for a beauty mark. Who knows?
There you go. Certainly he's
You
wearing a
could
dress.
probably fit one in the canal of your ear, even. And it might tickle a little bit at first, but if you ignore it, you can sneak one in that way.
That is extremely smart. I like that.
I'm not sticking that thing in my ear.
That's not Bishop talking to, but that's
I know. Yeah.
my player knowledge.
Could imagine that being a voice inside Drifter's head. Oh yeah.
So just so
all
everyone's
the
on
world.
the same page here, for the MCT gnat, they're tiny and slow but indistinguishable from an insect without a microscope or vision mag. The gnat is often used where in swarms, and they carry many slap patches on their feet. They're sold in packs of 10. You can get a bunch of them for cheap.
And she has a pack. And I think she's decided I'm only using 2 of them for this operation because there's a very good chance she's just not getting them back.
Fortunately, they're cheap and highly usable for low end reconnaissance. So
One
Let's see.
smacks it like a fly. It's not a huge loss.
I'm trying to think here. I'm not going to stick you guys with 10 of them. I might give you 2 apiece. Just so use them kind of as wherever you guys want eyes, because they're pretty much not going anywhere. They can fly, but they're not very fast.
All right.
So, yeah, probably give 2 of them. But
they're not necessarily meant to be zipping all over the place, but
no.
they'll fly like a fly.
And I just don't think there's a point to giving 2 people 10 of them.
No,
I don't
God,
see.
no.
I
No.
don't see, even 5 apiece. It doesn't make sense. There's not that many places to survey. So. But
Well,
yeah,
you could probably use them to check out which room exactly, our mark is in.
true. And for that, I think 4 will do just fine.
Well, didn't we have
Probably
an
just-
appointment scheduled? Didn't Sir take care of that?
You didn't have anything scheduled.
But either way, Drifter will, go and climb into the cab and. All right, there's no seatbelts back there, so hold on.
Yeah, there was a password, and I don't remember what it was.
Ooh, I don't remember what I said either. I made it up.
That's even better.
The church takes Weasel at 6 o'clock.
Do what?
I don't know. I'm making something up here.
Enough. Something Seattle, and then I don't remember what the rest of it was.
Don't Seattle for anything less.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. The entire name of the campaign is the password to get into a Bunraku parlor.
There you go.
That's not meta at all.
It doesn't sound like something I would do at all.
Hey, at the very least, this place's name isn't called Bortz.
Dare I ask?
It's booze and bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bortz is a
boy.
bar that is in most every game that we have on this channel right now.
Oh, Lord.
It's a dirty, sleazy dive bar that you have to walk over an unconscious body or possibly a dead body to get into. It's a chain of dive bars that makes its way across the galaxy.
And no matter where you go, there's always a dead or unconscious body right at the entrance. All right, fair enough.
Yep. They sell T-shirts. Everybody who goes to Bort's knows that you didn't go to Bort's unless you stepped over a body to get in. Fun fact: we actually sell shirts for Bort's Booze and Bitches now. We'll talk about that
we
later.
do.
We'll talk about that later.
Actual real life shirts.
Yes.
I'm going to double back to that after this session.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about it at the end on sign-offs. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so you guys loaded up into the vehicle, and you're going to go ahead and go over to the parlor?
That's my plan.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Is everybody in the same vehicle then?
I was gonna plan on climbing in as a join in,
Okay.
and
They're
I'm
in for a
less
wild ride.
less careful around the grease.
Yeah, somehow this does not surprise Salvo at all. Probably mumble something like, his native environment.
It's cleaner than my ex-wife's house.
Interesting.
I don't think I even want to envision you having an ex-wife. Or a wife.
No, Bishop wouldn't have married.
Prozov show up.
Oh, Lord.
He likes the we'll just leave it at single life. Way too much to marry.
Sure, single life. We'll go with that. Probably for the better.
The nobody wants me life.
That's probably closer.
You know what? The hookers want him as long as he can pay. He always pays, or usually.
With money that probably should go to Slag Heap.
Man.
Are you saying that Bishop and his team don't take care of Slackheap?
I think that's
Slag-
exactly
Slag
what he's saying.
All the meat that he could want is taken care of. It's
Uh,
part of why he's so compliant.
I think it's kind of a theme, right? We already started this thing where we're like, why do we just not pay Slaggy? Why are we paying Bishop?
Yeah.
You tell Bishop that he's not going to get food. He's getting a small plastic and metal stick. Or you tell Slagheap rather. I don't know if that's a Bishop or Slagheap there.
like, in any case, yeah, like loaded up, ready to go.
Okay. So you guys are able to get to the Bunraku parlor without any particular issues. What are you going to do when you get there?
Follow Sakura's lead.
Has anybody told her the password?
Thought we did.
Whatever I said last time, we're just going to say you guys have the password. I don't
Is
remember
he
what it was.
hand
I thought it was
waving?
No,
legit.
whatever
I
I
thought it
said
was like
last time.
Seattle Rises or something like that.
Like that, yeah. We'll say that's right. We'll say Seattle Rises. That seems good.
I was going to go with whatever you said last time as the actual password, but hey,
That works
Seattle
too.
Rises. Go to the front door and knock.
How many of you are going to the door?
Salvo and Sakura for sure. Sir, are you still going? Because I thought we were going to have you maybe run interference on security alarms if shit went wrong.
Yeah, I thought I was going in too.
Yep. All right. So, sir, and so three of us.
Party of three.
Fair enough. Okay, you are able to get to the door. You knock on the door.
Yep.
And you see a slide open where you see a pair of eyes peek out. Password?
Seattle Rising.
Hear a grunt. Slide shut. Hear a few bangs and knocks from the inside of the door. Opens up. Get into the parlor.
In we go.
And Salvo is going to pay particularly close attention to everything around as we go through like the first room, because he figures like it's probably a good idea to have a good to know exactly what we're dealing with if we should have to make a hasty escape. I'm actually going to try to determine where that side door leads to, if I can, from where I'm at.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Perception. That's under skills, right?
Yes.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, I got pretty good run on. Let's see, is that 2 successes?
Successes. The side entrance is actually also going to lead into the parlor, but it looks like it's probably an employee entrance because it comes in behind the bar.
Okay. What else can I gather about this room, like that I could use? Like, I'll probably come back to this later, but like, I'm definitely picking up on like he's definitely looking for where various electronics are at, where various like if there's like a TV in this main room, or if there's like radio or communication or surveillance equipment, where are the cameras, that kind of thing. And I'm also going to stealthily. I don't know. You guys think it would be worthwhile to have one of those gnats here in the main room?
That would make sense if anybody unexpected's coming through the front door.
All right.
Like an unexpected cat.
So
I'm sorry. I can't get her to stop.
It's okay.
So I imagine try to stealthily place one of these gnats in this room to kind of get so that we have a feed on what's going on. 2 successes.
Okay. Do any of you have any knowledge skills that would be relevant for a Yakuza or anything that would be associated with Bunraku parlors?
I think my knowledge is. I think I plumbed the depths of my knowledges. Where am I?
I
Skill.
have Japanese culture.
Japanese culture?
I have Arcana, secret societies, politics, nightclubs, and magical societies.
Did you say you had secret societies?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead and roll that.
Alrighty.
I've got chop shops, corpse, Seattle neighborhoods, and vehicles.
Oops.
Okay. So those wouldn't necessarily help here. See, it would be again perception or memory for knowledge.
Perception. 4 successes.
Okay, so between your stealth and your perception there for your knowledges, what we are going to see is there are a few video cameras in the parlor, but you also remember that for a lot of parlors of this particular nature that are run by this particular type of organization, there are literally cameras on every single member of the staff.
Okay, so
Everybody has cameras.
they like to make sure their people are not stealing or something.
They also have microphones on everybody.
Okay.
Everything that you are doing inside is being monitored by someone.
I would probably like make a grunt and like nudge Sakura and doing my best to pretend like I'm just security for Sakura. I'm going to whisper this to Sakura that every employee here is going to have a camera on them and a microphone on them. So, and I would probably like send a text message to a quick quick text message to Sir about that as well, because Sir would be the one that would have the bet would be more likely to be able to interfere with that stuff.
Makes sense.
But Sakura needs to know, Sir needs to know. My way of dealing with those things would be, well, you guessed it, Fireball. And it's not Fireball time yet.
No,
Yeah.
not yet. Sorry, I'm looking up something really
For
quick.
not fireball time.
I mean, I suppose if there were components of the, camera's, framework or attachment or plastic, I could animate or shape that plastic, but,
Gotcha.
I feel I want to have eyes and ears then and hack into that system. Sounds fun.
You can certainly try. It would be interesting to do while you're inside. But you can certainly give it a try. If you want to go ahead and roll hacking.
we'll try to figure out where their control room is, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because if we can figure out where their electronics and surveillance control room is, that might increase his chances.
Certainly.
Okay, I'm confused. Which skill am I using? Cracking?
Yeah, cracking would work.
Release the cracking.
Jesus. Fucking annihilate
Holy
the successes
fuck.
there. Annihilated the successes.
Yeah, you're going to be able to figure out whatever you are trying to figure out. What were you trying to find?
I just wanted to get into it to have eyes and ears and where it is. Be like, okay, now I have able to view whatever camera I want and listen through any mic I want.
Okay, so with that high on cracking, what you are going to be able to find out is that there are, pull up the scenario again. There are 6 different suites. There are cameras in every suite, 2. There are 4 cameras in the parlor that you're at. There are 8 security personnel, each with cameras on, and there are 12 dolls, 1 in each of the rooms. The additional 6 are in the basement, which appears to be storage. Now, storage also has cameras. From what you can tell, the dolls that are inactive are just kind of standing in one spot. From there, you can also see the security spider that's monitoring. You do also see someone sitting in a chair next to the spider. They don't appear to be doing anything like moving around, at least.
I'm sure they're playing on their phone game.
Well, they have a lot of cameras up in here, so y'all know.
Yeah, they do.
The salvo is just kind of that, told you. Yeah.
All right, so I have eyes and ears. What's our next step, people?
Give me just a second. I'm looking up something really quick that might affect what you guys are doing.
Okay.
Trying to find where it is, and this book is not the easiest to find things in. I'm going to look in the PDF where I can auto search.
Do.
That is the wrong PDF. I'm sorry.
Funny thing is, you probably, and Sakura probably has to laugh a little bit because Salvo carries a fucking katana, but he's never used it or even touched it. It's just strapped to his back.
Uh-huh. She's not even carrying her katanas right now.
It's probably for the better. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Salvo's only keeping his machine pistol on him because he's got a hidey hole holster for it. Maybe a couple grenades on him.
And there is going to be a roll that I'm going to need you guys to get, but I want to get what you're rolling against first. So give me just a second.
Roll against your fame. Are you so well known? Are you so well known that they look at you and go, "You're not here for what we think you're here for. You're here for trouble."
It's not going to be it. Okay. Where'd my roll 20 go? There it is. So you guys are going to be rolling. I just had it pulled up. Willpower plus logic for the 3 that are inside the facility.
Willpower plus logic.
Yep.
So, how do I do that?
Just pull up one of the character sheets. See if there's a simple way for it. Of course, there isn't. Just in the attributes, just click willpower and then logic.
Alright.
We'll just add them together. Be too easy if there was a simple click for that.
Well, that makes 3 successes for me.
Okay. So, Salvo and Sakura. Sorry, you made your save, so you're good. Salvo and Sakura, however, are now overcome with the extreme sense of joy, happiness, and just sheer contentment to be there.
Actually, I'm going to use 2 of my those 4s and the 5s.
Okay.
Do I have edge that I can use to spin?
Be at your
do.
default edge.
I have, it looks like we have 2 edge up here listed. So just use one of those, I guess. Change one of my fails to a success.
Do that.
Alright. Well, I guess I got one edge right now then. How do I get the other? How do I do that? Guess I just have to remember it for the time being.
For your number of
Oh,
edge?
there it is. There it is. I mean, my current edge, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, even with the 2 success, I don't make it. So
So Sakura, at least, will still be just super content to be there.
I'm happy.
I don't know that means that she's not going to do her job. Happy to kill hookers, apparently, now.
Potentially. But they're just kind of super content, just kind of hanging out in the parlor right this second.
So, do we know which room this girl is in? And do we need to request?
How far before his appointment did you get there?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think we would have timed it to be fairly close with enough time to do the job.
I say 30 minutes early.
30 minutes?
Yeah, 30 minutes sounds good.
Okay.
All right. I'm good with that.
So 30 minutes, the scene's going to be just a little bit different than what I was describing. In one of the rooms, you'll see 2 of the guards that are actually prepping the room.
All right.
And in the basement, one of the dolls is actually being prepped up with the particular hairpiece and everything necessary.
All right.
Oh, look at that. They're getting it ready. They're getting that room ready. They're getting that doll ready. Hey, we know which room they're going to be in.
Hold on. Have we placed a net yet?
Yeah, I placed one in the
Okay.
main room, but we haven't actually moved beyond the main room yet because
No worries.
we were hacking and looking at what we had there. So
As soon as you place it, the gnat will probably wake up and move into a position where it can see everything, and so can Drifter.
yeah, so Drifter can now see that main room,
Yeah.
the front main room, and see what's going on there.
Well, in that front main room, you'll see probably 6 of the security guards. And host, the main doorman.
Mm-hmm. What are they packing? Or are they carrying anything?
It's a fantastic question that I don't remember off the top of my head. Give me just a second and I can tell you.
Let's say I could have swore they were carrying some kind of, because when they like ran me off earlier, they had weapons.
Yeah, they've got armored vests, and from what you can tell, they also have a submachine gun.
Mm.
And they're watching everyone in the parlor pretty strongly, actually. A couple of them are talking in the corner.
They're not even pretend like they're being inconspicuous.
Yeah, don't think their job is to be inconspicuous, exactly. Well, Sakura, Sarah, we got the information. What's our next move?
Remember, everything's being recorded. Just be careful.
Say, if there's nothing else that you guys are doing in about 15 minutes, you'll see the doll walk through.
Yeah, Sakura's just like sitting there acting like, she's been to these places.
Maybe she has.
I'd say in the prep, anyone that was watching that camera would have seen the wig get put on. You'll get the traditional Maryland white dress, and you'll see a chip inserted behind her ear.
I'm gonna make note of where that chip's at.
Seems legit.
I wonder what happens if you unplug that thing while hot.
That would be the fun part.
Just, oh man, that's evil. But
there are a lot of things that could happen. None of them are really good.
It's not like unplugging a USB. I mean,
no?
That'd be probably akin to pulling out the graphics card while the while the computer's running.
Yeah,
you might crash something.
Or pull the memory out.
True.
Seems like a great idea. Not really.
Yeah, we're keeping that in the back burner. We might do that. That might be fun to watch.
Oh God.
Okay, sir's a little disturbing.
Right?
Yeah, about 15 minutes before the senator is due in, you see the doll walk through, escorted by two guards. She comes up through some stairs, a door that actually opens up behind the bar, where guards meet her, and she's escorted to the room. About the time that happens, the guards actually approach you, 3, and go, well, you're not necessarily normal around here. Did you have anything in particular in mind? We can get it set up for you.
I think Salvo again acts like he's playing corporate security for Sakura and defers like just kind of adjusts his shades that he's wearing and he looks over at Sakura like.
Oh, these guards are Japanese, I take it?
Oh, yeah. Yes, they are.
Whoa. So, in her native tongue of Japanese, she talks to them and say, 16th century geisha?
I'll relay that information so we can get her prepped.
Daenerys Targaryen!
Wow.
One guard will stay standing next to you. The one that was talking will walk over to a station near the door and get on a phone. and you'll hear kind of muttering. Watching the security, if you are still watching it in the basement, you'll actually see someone actually come through a door that you actually didn't see before. Now that you see it, it's very obvious, but it's made of the same material as the wall, so it's made to blend in. But a door will open and someone will start prepping another of the inactive dolls. While that prep is starting, the guard that was talking will approach back. Is there anything that you would like prepared on the room?
Stuff for tea ceremony.
Peace ceremony, certainly. And do you have a particular room that you would like?
The one next to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's whatever number that room is.
So the senator's actually getting the one of the back rooms, so you'd get the room next to that back room. So
Yeah. That works.
he will go ahead and
That
retreat again. And you'll see a few other workers pop up from that back staircase and go to that room to start preparations. About 10 minutes later, you see a familiar face come through the door. And he's actually kind of loud, belligerent. I see you got her ready for me. Is she waiting for me? They're just kind of escorting him back to the back room. You see him kind of laughing, smoking a stogie.
Disgusting.
And you see him kind of laughing as he gets into his room.
Hope he's not a quick performer.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
I want to say you're wrong, but I
You're
don't know.
probably
Maybe the stereotype fits here.
Does he look like he's from Alabama?
No, he doesn't look like he's from Alabama. If anything, he looks like one of those like fat cat New Yorkers or Chicago.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, it is. Once he gets into his room and the door closes, you don't hear anything from him.
Didn't we have some idea of sending an impulse to have her attack him? I don't know.
I remember
Doing that?
something like that.
Doing that wirelessly will take more than Drifter can do. Is Sir gonna have any better luck with that?
It's possible. Let me see what that would take.
Because, well, I guess I have a pool of 10 when it comes to electronics, but it's doable. It's just not what she specializes in.
Try another cracking roll. Whoever's going to try to do that for the
no.
Bunraku puppet specifically.
I can't crack. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Let's try.
And I think Salvo is probably going to ask one of the guards, like, actually, he's probably going to try to sneak off and find, like, a broom closet, like a chemical room.
Okay. Sneak.
Fine. Stealth.
Yeah, stealth.
2 successes.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough. The guards they'll see you walking around and kind of herd you back to the couch.
I think I'm actually going to probably be like, hey, I'm just looking for a place to, where's the bathroom?
Okay, hold on. roll influence.
Not very good at that. Nope, 1 success.
You don't necessarily look like you're looking for a bathroom.
Yeah, you ever... And he pulls out his pack of cigarettes, and he pulls out his pack of cigarettes or cloves, and he just kind of like barely a little bit, and he's like, I need a smoke. Just kind of hoping to smoke half a cigarette and take a pee.
Try influence once more. You'll get a little bit of an advantage on this one. Yeah, that's still not gonna be enough.
Yeah, no, still no good. I'm terrible at this.
If you want to smoke, you can do it out the front door. You want to pee, you can go to the snack shack down the street.
Yeah, not that I think it's going to get me anywhere necessarily. And at this point, I think Sal's probably stalling for time and keeping people distracted to a certain extent, so everybody else can do their part of the job. But he's like, not very good service around here. No bathroom. I mean, come on. Just as he kind of shuffles back to the couch, he's like, "Do you have any idea how long it's going to take for them to get the girl ready?"
Give it another 10 minutes and they'll have you go. As they're escorting you to the couch, they'll actually peek into the room that's getting prepped for you. Close the door again.
All right.
Maybe 15 minutes.
Apparently, I need to put something into my stealth skill again.
Okay, so what are the rest of you doing in the meantime?
I'm keeping track of guard patterns to hopefully, since I'm one of the only people that can actually like watch them without drawing attention, to see if maybe there's an opening.
An opening where?
An opening where someone might be able to, I don't know, get upstairs without being seen. Pretty much any advantage we could get at this point.
Fair enough.
Okay,
Get back
so
to
I did the cracking and got 4 successes on trying to make her attack him.
Hacking will get you access to her system. To send a command is going to be a little bit different. So what you are going to find out is she has a cortex bomb actually implanted into her. She does have cyber eyes that you now have access to, so that you can now see the senator in all his glory.
Oh Lord.
Oh, God.
I'm scarred now, but okay.
She also has a microphone, so you can now hear everything that the senator is saying.
I don't know. It's worse hearing him talk, doing it, or watching it.
Yeah.
Which scene of The Sopranos does this remind me of? Somewhere in the first season, I think. God.
That being said, she's unarmed. Not saying that she's not formidable, but she doesn't have any weapons on her. But you now have control to a degree of the Bunraku puppets. Now, are you wanting to try to get her to attack? Because I can look up what you would need to roll for that.
Well, I was about to have a really bad thought.
Oh, God.
I'm thinking, as they're engaging in fellatio or whatever, she bites a little too hard on it.
Oh.
Oh, worry about it.
That's
You-
hilarious, and I'm
know-
totally okay with you trying that.
I
Wow.
think he deserves it, honestly.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I've heard, he's kind of an asshole towards women, so, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let
Well-
me look up what the action would be for that.
What would make somebody angry at someone else is doing something if they bid it, right?
Oh, yeah.
True.
Especially if he lost the member, he might be a little upset.
A little upset.
Oh, how hard is you wanting her to bite?
I mean, here's the thing. If you're not paying attention, you could easily bite your own finger off. Your pain receptors are the only thing keeping you from doing that. She doesn't have any pain receptors on him. It's not, not super impossible. The human jaw is very, very strong.
True.
And-
And realistically, she's being controlled effectively by a computer, so
Mhm.
yeah.
The computer could easily make that happen.
Give me just a second here. Okay.
I want it publicly known that I am uncomfortable with this line of dialogue.
Yes, it is for me as well a little bit, but hey, I think I think just it would be the perfect reason for him to murder someone. The perfect motive.
So it looks like for that, it's going to be spoof command is going to be the action that you're going to want to take because you're going to want to make it look like Home Office sent the command for her to actually be able to do it. So that is going to be cracking plus logic versus her data processing, which I need to look up the stat for.
Another option could be to have her insult the size of his member and then just laugh and put her on a laughing feedback so she doesn't stop. Oh, humiliate him into.
Also
If he's that
effective.
kind of guy, he might just kill her just because that's humiliating.
This is true.
I'd
This is
rather
true.
leave him in a position where he'd never need one of these places again, but oh, but they could probably do a prosthesis, couldn't they? Yeah, he's rich.
That doesn't mean he still wouldn't try to kill her for it.
This is very true.
This
I
is
can't
very
e-
true.
I can't even imagine the pain.
So yeah, it's whichever option you are wanting to go for. Just let me know so I know what to roll against it.
Yeah, she's biting it off.
Oh,
Just 1 second before you do the member. What about the little sock underneath? She could bite that off. That would be more effective. And then he could still pee.
I think either or both. Oh,
Oh
both.
wow, she has both. Then
Both
she
is
can get.
good. Both is good.
I mean, if her mouth's big enough, she could put both of them in there and bite it all off.
wasn't sure how you guys were gonna approach this, but I like this direction.
Just, wow.
Oh Lord.
Gosh. Okay, let's see here. Of course, it tells me what the rating is, but it doesn't give me the actual stats. Give me just another second. Need to cross-reference.
I was talking to somebody at work, fellow gamer and whatnot, about this particular campaign. I said, yeah, we're playing some Shadowrun. Our current mission is to frame a senator for killing a hooker. And they were like, what? That's literally the adventure you're on in this? I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
But Shadowrun is not about being a good guy.
Not even a little bit. Okay, so that tells me what I need to roll. Cool. Fantastic. It took me a second to find it, but if you want to go ahead and make your roll for cracking, we can see what we get.
I got 2 successes.
We'll see.
She said ominously.
Nope.
Damn.
But you get to see his junk all sorts of up close and personal.
oh, wow. POV on the wrong end of that thing.
If you want to continue trying after fellatio, you certainly can.
You just got to keep watching to know when the moment is right. So, just enjoy that view.
And he hasn't washed in a bit, so it's gross.
Oh God! And he's a
Come on
politician.
I'm gonna need
Jeez.
a strong drink after this mission. Then got it. Holy crumble. And a couple packs of cigarettes.
I need a drink now.
Yeah, you might need like a bottle just to drown out the horrific things you've seen. But yeah, she'll go ahead and make it through the act of fellatio, but he's kind of grabby. Stuff might also happen. There's still a lot going on in that room. About that time though, one of the guards will approach your party and let you know your room is ready.
All right.
You guys have all sorts of fun with that.
Yeah, I'll take my position outside of the room as if I'm still playing the role of security here.
It's acting client.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sir, are you going to respond at all?
What? Sorry.
Are you going to respond at all to the guard coming up and letting your party know that your room is ready?
Cool.
Oh yes, sir, you are a legend.
I think Salvo probably does a bit of a facepalm at this reaction, like,
And it was Sakura was the third that was in there?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so Sakura, how do you...
I wait for them to show me to the room. I'm the one
that... They will escort you in. Once you get into the room, one of the guards will actually follow you in for a moment. The door will close behind him, and he will go, "Sorry, for new clients, we just don't let the girls come in first. So it'll be a moment, but your girl will be right up." And they're gonna stand inside the door watching for a moment.
ooh, distraction. I think I'm gonna try to sneak off and find that chemical room again. I'm gonna have my pack of cigarettes out too, so it's obvious that. So 4 successes.
That one's actually high enough for them to have to roll against it. So give me just a sec. Let me check their stats.
But I have my pack of cigarettes out to sort of play into the story that I was giving earlier.
Gotcha.
In case they decide to confront me again.
They're going to...
Damn.
the plus side, advantage goes to you, so you're able to kind of sneak
All
off.
right. So, finding myself a broom closet / chemical room, I'm going to sequester myself in for a second, close the door behind me, and I'm going to take a look around. I am in particular looking for anything that can be used as an accelerant.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as you can imagine, this particular type of establishment is going to have need of cleaning supplies.
Yep.
There's all sorts of stuff in here that you can use for accelerants.
Excellent. I'm going to hang here for a minute, light a cigarette, and kind of be like, tap the comms and be like, let me know when you have done what needs done. And I'm sending that to Sakura. I'm sending that to Sakura and probably Sakura and Sir, because they're both in here with me. Well, they're not in the broom closet with me, but the chemical closet with me, but they're in the building.
Are you guys communicating any with the group outside?
Other than letting the gnat out, probably I haven't said anything to anybody outside just yet.
I was gonna say I can hear whatever you guys say. Just
That would have to be audible, yeah. Okay.
I don't think we have any other way of communicating.
I mean, you have comms, and
right, we can text
you're able
each other,
to
but
send messages and such back and forth.
Be on your phone. Do the millennial thing.
I give y'all a fun video to watch.
You can share that to as many people as you want. I'm just throwing that out there.
So just looks at it and goes, I didn't need to see that. Delete.
Like, you could share security feeds with people if you really want to. Like, you can share any information that you have gathered or acquired.
Drifter would minimize that so quickly.
I can't imagine why. Well, I can. It's not a pretty picture.
Although you could probably like send that to the media, the video feed of the senator.
I don't think anything would come of it, though.
Probably not.
Well, a senator would.
Oh.
I said come of it, not come to it.
Oh,
or come in it.
Okay, let's think about the next command to give her. So when they get to a position where he's on bottom and she's on top, and he comes down, she will come down kind of aggressively and maybe break it. I don't know.
That's an actual thing, you know.
Go ahead and try rolling cracking. Let's see. I'm curious now.
Right. Just try to break this guy through sex with this puppet.
Yeah.
Damn.
Of your puppet. Do.
Okay, and that was this roll. Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, she's rolling one more die than you, and apparently that's enough. But you still get a lovely view of his now naked form. He's not pretty to look at.
Yeah. What else? Let's say. Can we input the request like he asks for choking? Like she wants to be choked or something during it or something. And
have her ass to
she
be choked.
encourages it to be harder and harder until her neck snaps. I don't know.
Ooh, that's a good call.
It would still involve overriding some of her security, but you can give it a try.
Say, having her beg to be choked all the way up into death is not a bad plan.
It's a shot. Go ahead and roll it.
I don't think that's good enough. Unless she rolls like terrible.
We're going to find out. Come on, roll 20. You can do it. Oh, nope.
Oh,
Nope.
Jesus.
But she's really getting into it. So is he. You got a fun view. So
Okay.
what are you guys doing with your doll? Because she is just getting into the room.
She's just showing up.
As she is let in, the guard will say that it is up to you, and they will be standing outside the door if you should need anything.
Thank him.
Stepping outside, he does notice the lack of companion that was out there previously.
Said companion is in the chemical closet, currently deciding which flammable substance to tip over.
Fair enough.
With no lid on it.
Aw, so mean. Okay. So your doll is in there, and until you tell her what you want, she's just gonna kind of stand there.
Well, I tell her to sit down and start with the tea ceremony. This will take a good hour or so of her time.
She will start prepping tea.
While she's
And-
prepping tea, sort of glance around the room, like nonchalantly looking for any type of ventilation system that might connect the rooms.
Yeah, there's totally ventilation. You do also notice that there's a small device, presumably a white noise generator.
Oh. Can I see the cameras?
Oh yeah, there's obvious cameras.
No privacy here.
No, those girls are worth a lot of money. There's a lot of investment put into those. And from the other room, they're still going hot and heavy. Do you want to send any further commands to that girl?
Drawing a blank on what it would be more fun.
Any ideas that they would like to push forward to sir?
I already gave one of my best ideas to have her insult his Winky and then laugh and get stuck on a laugh track. That was my best idea.
How about this is going to sound really bad, but how about he decides he's going to lie on his stomach and let her put a fist somewhere where the sun doesn't shine, but she shoves it a little too hard and perforates everything.
Oh, is he into that? I mean, fist my asshole, please.
It's an idea.
Just in the research that you've done, he's not going to make that sort of request.
And I think we're past the insult point in the relation that they are currently engaging in. I've been, unfortunately, extensively watching this video, and and
Every time you try to pass it to me, I'm just like, nope.
Okay.
Wait, is it in?
Okay. I don't know. We could either try that one, or she could just slap him in the face.
It's true. What command would you like to send to her?
Let's try yours. She's gonna ask if it's in yet.
Then you got to get it stuck on a laugh track. Get her in a laugh loop.
Yes, that too.
Goes through.
Oh man, nice. She's fucking laughing at his shit. It's brilliant. I
So
think
you will hear her go through that as well. So you will hear the "Is it in yet?" and you see just this roiling anger go through him. Face will turn red. Actually, everything's gonna turn red.
And by the way, Drifter, you get a picture sent to you from Salvo of an accelerant leaking all over the floor, and the text that says, "This looks hazardous."
Oh boy. you get like a text back. I'm gonna start the truck.
So just because there hasn't been much for you to do with this one, Bishop, what is he doing while all of this is going on?
He's been watching the video feed this whole time. He's into it. He's never
Oh
seen never seen a porn from the guy's point of view, like, or from the girl's point of view, like this.
Real close view of the guy's belly button.
It doesn't get any prettier than this. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So, are you still watching from the Bunraku's puppet's point of view, or are you watching the room as she insults and starts laughing? Because you do still have access to the room's security.
Or
Yeah.
you're talking to Sir.
I would think I would switch to the room security to see how he retaliates for the insult. I mean, I see he's gotten red, but
Well, he goes red and he throws her off. And you can actually see him starting to go to the door.
oh, or dang, I'm almost thinking an apology at this point to make him not leave.
You could lock him in the room.
Are there security locks on the door?
That's a good question. Let me see if it specifies. Because I don't remember. There is a security guard outside of all the doors. Or at least all the ones that have people on them. But there are no specific locks on the doors.
Ruh-roh.
Command that you would like to send to Marilyn.
Have her move in front between him and the door.
Still laughing. Still laughing.
Yes.
Still laughing, run to the door. Go ahead and send the command.
Um,
Do you have any edge? Because now might be a good time for it.
I gotta figure out where that's at.
Should be at the top of the page. So you can re-roll a die. Add one to a die, roll it with 2 edge. Buy an automatic hit with 3 edge. Create a special effect with 5 edge. 5 edge, you tell me what happens. If you have it.
Well, edge line, it says 5, so. Yeah, let's go with that.
If you want to spend all 5 of your edge, you get to tell me what happens next.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear this.
That's
Okay.
gonna be good.
So, I'm gonna spend all 5, and this is what we'll do.
Okay.
She's gonna walk between him and the door. And still laughing, trying to attempt to apologize, but still laughing. And I don't know where to put it next. Like, I still want her to slap him.
With this 5 edge spend, she's got a couple of actions that you can just say that it happens.
Yeah. So she walks over to the door between him and the door, laughing still, apologizes, and then
Knees him in the
slaps him across the face.
Do it.
Didn't quite hear you, Baloney Jelly.
Sorry, I was making this a very sudden suggestion for him to knee him in the junk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whack.
Better. We'll go with that one.
Anyone that is still looking through the Bunraku puppet or at the security feed for that room is going to see her laughing, walking over, apologizing, and kneeing him square in the balls. To which point he is going to respond aggressively. He is just going to effectively beat the ever-loving out of her.
That bomb going off would be a great idea now, right?
Do you guys send me anything about this? What's going on? Because otherwise I'm sitting in a broom closet smoking and turning over accelerant cans.
You get regular notifications of a new video feed coming in every now and then.
Yeah, I think I chuckle when I see this shit, but when he starts beating the holy high hell out of her and whatnot, there's a serious turn there that goes, and he's going to watch to see how long this goes on, or if it goes to the extreme where it looks like he's going to kill her for a few minutes. But if it looks like he's essentially what he's waiting for, what I'm waiting for is to see him either kill her or do something that would leave some sort of marks on her that would implicate him.
Her face is bloody at this point. Like, she ain't looking good. He went straight for the assets.
Oh, shit.
And actually, at this point, guards are actually starting to go inside. Because they see everything.
Alright. I think this is the point where I send that text message to Sir and Sakura of the leaking accelerant all over the floor of the mop closet, the chemical room, with the title, with of course the caption that says, "This looks hazardous," and that's just really all the message he sends before, like, opening the door. to the broom closet and taking the remainder of his cigarette, taking one puff, coughs a couple of times, and throws the lit cigarette into the accelerant, which is all over the floor, and sends and probably starts heading for the door at this point.
Hey, as an added note, as soon as I see him start to beat her, I get up off the couch and walk for the exit and walk out the door.
Fair enough. Is everyone going out the door?
It probably won't take long before you guys smell smoke.
Oh yeah, no, I make my way to the door.
I think unless I'm stopped on the way to the door, which I feel like their security is probably busy with Senator Boy.
They're a bit distracted right now, yeah.
I feel like Salvo's probably the first one out the door and is probably waiting for you guys when he gets out, and he's kind of just standing there, and he takes the cigarettes, the empty pack of cigarettes, and he crumples the packet up, and he thinks about throwing it in a trash can, but he thinks better of it and sticks it in his pocket instead to dispose of later because he's not going to leave physical evidence he was here. And probably just be like, yeah, probably kind of like just waiting for you guys out there. Like Drifter, you and Bishop probably see Salvo walking out. Kind of looks a couple of looks left and then looks right, and then starts kind of nonchalantly heading towards the vehicle.
The vehicle's running.
Yeah. Climbs in and he's like, the others should be here momentarily. I think we got what we need out of here. Forensics will show what we needed to show. It'll also show that there was a chemical fire, strangely enough.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
Okay, as I'm walking out, if I still have access to that security footage, I'll make a backup of it just for security to keep for implications. I don't know.
Yep.
Have a backup of your feed, sir.
Drifter will order all active gnats to commit Sudoku.
Sudoku?
Yeah, seppuku, but Sudoku.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they just do a Japanese math puzzle.
There you
So,
go. And I think the 2 goes here, and 4 goes there.
more or less, we don't want anybody to find it, so.
Right. Because there was only the one. We didn't end up needing others, just as it were. But yeah, they're like, how does it take off for even if they manage to put the fire out and the place isn't burned down or whatever, they're still going to have it on security footage that he tried to murder this thing, and they're still going to have it on, and ruining his reputation in the public's eye is one thing. Setting him up to be the person who pisses off the Yakuza is even better.
Yeah, he might have made some enemies.
Might have?
Yeah, we'll go with might have.
But I think as soon as Salvo gets in, he's probably going to he's probably watching the fire to see if it how bad if it burns the building down, or if it looks like it's going to burn the building down, or if it's relatively contained. But he says to Drifter, he's like, yeah, I was never going to walk out of there without starting a fire.
Somehow I know.
You little bit of a pyro, ain't you?
Well, it needed to look like an accident, or I would have thrown a fireball.
I ain't judging. You do what you do. You.
Besides, you may not think you might think these places are hunky dory, but I tend to have a little bit of a problem with them. Any kind of thorn I can stick in the side of this kind of business, yeah, fine with me.
Hey, don't get me wrong. The methods ain't don't necessarily meet the don't you know what I'm saying. Yeah, they don't necessarily make right in the end.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, methods don't make right in the end. How much is our friend Slagkeep gonna get from all of this?
Don't you worry about that. He gets he gets taken care of. We take good care of him.
Oh, I hope so. I would hate to see what would happen to a guy like that when he gets angry.
You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
We've already seen what happens when he gets angry.
Him angry. That's him having fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you
So
guys make your way back to your safe house, or are you watching and waiting to see what happens with the fire?
We might sit for a little bit if that's all right. I mean, we're kind of out of the way.
Certainly can.
Do they
kind
have
of.
any external security?
Not as
Cameras?
much. They do have a couple of cameras that I told
Mhm.
you guys about before. I'm assuming that you
Yep.
parked somewhere that was out of that view.
Yes. Yeah. I was gonna say, hopefully.
I did recon this
Hopefully.
place to the best of my ability, and that meant I found out where their security was because, to the best of my ability, was to get caught.
Can imagine we're parallel parked somewhere, and so
Yeah.
Drifter backs into the car behind her, hits the car in front of her to give herself a little bit of room, and then pulls out. Eh,
Fair
they
enough.
have
Fair enough.
insurance, I'm sure. What were you saying?
So fair enough. Okay. And you guys are able to see Knight Errant responding to something in the area. You're not sure if it is something that you did or something else, but there's definitely Knight Errant heading towards the Benraku parlor. But you're able to get out of there without any problems.
Yeah.
Remind me about the Knight Errant. It's been a little while.
They're the cops.
Yep.
Effectively.
They're the cops that are, sort of, you have to pay them to be cops.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. I love a police force that is easily manipulated.
By people with a lot more money than you have.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the thing. It doesn't matter how much money they have, as long as you can convince them that no one will ever know they're taking your money, too.
That too.
By the way, Salvo, as we're driving away, is watching the news channels to see what the coverage over this is and see if the building does indeed catch fire and what happens there. See how many
Definitely looks
survivors.
like the fire was put out before it did any long-term damage, with it being a brick building, but there's definitely some internal damage.
All right. Were there any deaths involved?
No deaths.
All right. Well, I'm a little disappointed, but I do clip the video and save it alongside the clip of the video, the fireballs I threw at the riot, and any video that I might have or be able to find of throwing fireballs at the Ancients gang members, putting together a montage of my best work.
Forgot about the
What you're
ancients
saying
fireball.
is you have serial killer behaviors.
Nonsense. Arson isn't serial killing.
No, as a matter of fact,
Hey.
as an arsonist, you're far less likely to be caught.
Actually, the thing is Salvo sees this as a professional portfolio. His tagline when he sells himself is, "You got the cash, I got the blast." He's just putting together a video packaging a video package, to help him sell himself as a mercenary.
You must be related to
Fair
Merc.
enough.
Except this merch casts fireballs.
That's true.
Okay. Well, you guys are able to make it back to your hideout. Romeo's waiting for you
Okay.
and
Yes.
has your payment of 2,500 yen each.
All right.
As well, he didn't kill the hookah, but he did enough damage.
It's something. Just disappointed I didn't get to knock the building down.
Jesus, where is my money from the last job at? This is not a mistake I normally make.
I do not know.
Wait a minute. I bet you it's in my salvo stuff. I bet you it's in. Yep, it is, and it's 2,500 each. So
Yeah, 2,500 each for this job.
let's
Let
see.
me look up the karma word because I looked that up earlier and I don't remember. You will get 2 karma for this one. Actually, 3. 3 karma.
I like karma.
So do I. I need a lot of it. And then 3 karma, which has also apparently disappeared, but oh, there it is. 9, so 3, that makes it. Wow. Alright. I know what I've been saving that for. Just want to bring up my shit that allows me to resist drain. Which is willpower, I believe.
So
How many karma did you say, or had you said
3.
yet?
3 karma.
3 karma, 2,500 yen.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Drain, and what is used for that calculation?
Where would I find it? What actions? Matrix, wildlife, game, gear, cable. Hmm.
I agree.
Drain is going to be whatever attribute you are using for your spellcasting plus willpower.
So that's logic and or willpower because I use logic. Language skills. Hmm. I mean, don't mind me. I can do the level up later too. I'm just kind of like looking at the moment. So whatever. I think Salvo would probably say something to the effect of like, next time if you want us to kill a hooker, the hit needs to be on the hooker.
Agreed.
I don't know. This one was kind of fun.
Is that what you're telling Romeo?
I'm
Yeah.
swinging every.
I I like Romeo's like got 2 people who are like, yeah, next time if you're gonna have us kill a hooker, make the contract for the hooker. And you got another one that's like, Sir is just like, oh, I don't know, that was fun. What is Romeo's reaction to that?
He's gonna go, well, you still took the contract and you still did the job, so I can't imagine it was too much of a problem.
Yeah, just, in the future. I mean, just because we're street mercenaries doesn't mean we don't have some, standards. Well, he might not. And I point over at Bishop.
And Bishop's like, hey, come on now. I got standards, you know?
Really? Do you?
I mean,
Standards are temporary that you can modify later with specific
maybe.
programming.
Oh, by the way, did we ever find out which way that, fucking, that what Abernathy was voting on the issue of secession?
For Abernathy.
Because I know we didn't look at the information package. I didn't know if it was made public yet. Salvo's keeping an eye on these things.
No, nothing's been made public for Abernathy yet.
Okay. Well, he's still keeping track of it.
Okay.
We're just kind of doing that thing where every now and then he flips on his phone and he looks up the news to see if anything has popped up about it. Like, nope, not yet.
Alright, since we're done, I need something really strong to drink because that was horrible to watch. But was
can't imagine.
Since we are still doing the live stream, I would like to point out that Paradise Theater and its players do not endorse the beating or destruction of women
Yeah,
hookers or otherwise.
we do
True,
not.
We don't endorse a lot of what we do on this channel.
We don't.
This is a fantasy role-playing game. It is
Yeah, it's probably.
not to be taken as a representation of real life.
Yeah, thank you for that. That is actually a very good point. We do not, at any way, shape, or form, condone this sort of behavior towards women in the real world. Or even around a gaming table, necessarily. Respect for your fellow players. So. That said, there is also a reason why Salvo another reason why Salvo kind of made a big deal out of this.
Yeah.
He's not exactly for that kind of behavior. He was hoping. In fact, he probably turns around to Drifter and says, "So, when you want to go back over there and finish burning that place down?"
Well, it's too much to ask of to get the ladies out of the building first. Is it?
I mean, we can try.
I think that'd be worth a shot. Maybe, I don't know, a bomb threat, something like that, and then, lo and behold, an actual bomb.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Yeah, and he's definitely going to keep an eye out for what happens with fucking Carl here, Senator Carl Derrick, because I have a feeling the Yakuza when they decide to take their pound of flesh, that's going to be a shit show.
Yeah. You do hear in the news that there was an individual injured in an exchange at the parlor, and that they have been since retired. Those of you in the know would mean that she has been killed by the Yakuza at that point.
Oh shit! What about the senator? What did the senator do? What they do to the senator?
Nothing has been made public yet.
All right, well, I'm definitely keeping an eye on that too.
Okay.
In a couple days, the video will become public.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You can still release that video later too. Yeah.
You do have that option.
Just anonymously.
That option.
Just anonymously leak it into the news.
That's what I was planning on doing, is waiting like 2 or 3 days and then leaking it to the local news network.
Brutal. I like it. Well, that is the wrap up for the sordid world of politics.
All right.
And other sordid things.
Yeah, very
Not
sordid.
quite
Yeah,
sordid.
was yeah, that was a mission that was fairly dark.
Yeah, it was supposed to be. So
Yep.
I'm glad that you guys were able to complete it without getting your noses too wet.
That's a polite way of putting things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, hey, I started a fire, so I'm happy.
We didn't start the fire. Actually, we did start the fire. Never mind.
Did.
I will say that your particular course of action did bypass a ton of security.
Nice. Fucking gotta love it whenever that works out. So I guess if we're ready for sign offs, then
Yep, we are ready for sign offs if you want to get us started, sir.
all right, because it's tradition that I always start this damn thing off. So
Of course.
I am the Justin King Zerat. You can find me here on Monday nights for the Fire Strike, our flagship show, my favorite group of space pirates and never-do-wells and terrorists. You can catch me here Tuesday nights, like you did tonight, playing Salvo, the elven combat mage, who is apparently creating a professional profile of all the fires he starts in the middle of missions. You can catch me here this coming Saturday and, of course, every other Saturday night for The Bitter Inns, our Apocalypse World campaign. This one is set in a water world type thing, and we already had like a giant mutated squid attack the group and all kinds of craziness. It was, if you missed the last episode, all I can say is feral child hanging from a rope that is attached to a boat that is lifted 30 feet in the air by tentacles of a giant squid, screaming and swinging himself into said giant tentacles and biting and kicking the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah,
He disappeared.
yeah, and then he disappeared for a while,
Interesting.
but he came back. You can also eventually I will get casting squared away for the Ballad of the Menagerie, which would be on Sundays. You can also catch me on my other channel of Zerat playing video games. I haven't been on there for a while. I keep saying I'm going to be on there. I'm going to be on there. I swear I am. I just don't know when or where yet. I'm going to try maybe after work tomorrow. That sounds good. So, 10:30, 11 p.m., Central Time tomorrow. I'll try to be on doing some stuff on Zerat, on Twitch. That said, social media blitz here. If you are watching on Twitch and you want to go back and you want to relive the magic at where Grandma Amos cannot spoil it for you, you can catch us on YouTube at Paradise Theater. If you are watching on YouTube and you would like to see this while the energy is live and crazy and we're spinning our wheels trying to figure out what we're going to do, you can catch us on Paradise Theater at Twitch. The difference between the two is on YouTube, there's a space between each word. On Twitch, there's an underscore. And if you are looking for some scheduling updates, some opinions on all things gaming related, and some kind of, I don't know, some kind of temperature of memes that are like.
Jester, they're hot memes.
They are indeed. You can catch us at Pear Theater on Twitter. And I mentioned it earlier in the stream. I said I would talk about it on time that we on sign offs. We actually do have Paradise Theater merchandise. If you have watched any of our Starfinder shows, including Fire Strike or Ballad of the Menagerie, or even a good number of our other shows out there, I understand they've been using boards in a lot of things. We actually have Boards, Booze, and Bitches t-shirts at TeePublic. You can go to Amy Geddon's site and look that up. She's got other t-shirts as well, but I'm I'm not gonna lie, I'm rather partial to the boards, booze, and bitches t-shirt. I will be getting one. I'm purchasing one. That's gonna happen. And you should too. So, visit T Public, look for Amy Gedden, and find yourself a Boards, Booze, and Bitches t-shirt, and be a part of the inside joke and the memery of Paradise Theater. With that said, I'm going to kick this one on down the line to the next person, who is...
I'll probably go next.
All right.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cyrus Smith, and you just saw me playing Drifter, the little old lady who unfortunately did not get to run people over with her truck. However, I'm sure she gained a lot of satisfaction from simultaneously rear-ending and being rear-ended by other parallel parked cars, because
Yeah.
we're driving a tank. Come on. Why not? If you're in a tank, you use it like a tank. So, that being said, you can also catch me, hopefully this Thursday in Project Severova, where we're getting a little bit of a late start, but you can catch me playing Anatoly Bashenko, the cook who, is wondering, why the hell are we in a simulation, and why did Todd Howard build it? That didn't actually happen, but that's what it feels like. Somebody got a little sloppy with the physics and decided, oh, I'll fix it later, and never did. So, okay. You can also find me on Sunday, where I'm running Tales from the Cosmos, where I still haven't decided if we're going to be in Cosmos or if we're going to be back in our interlude game. That being said, let's see. Oh, Monday. Monday, you can catch me playing Twinkle Bailey, the isekai, who has yet to learn that his friend Murch has been a very bad man. But I don't know what's going to happen there. We've got the cameras to prove that, well, Murch was in the wrong? Question mark? I guess we're going to have to, use some of those stand your ground law type things to say that, Shabo was right for attacking him, but who knows? At the end of the day, this is the Fire Strike, and anything goes, pretty much. And that brings it back to Tuesday. That's me.
Yeah, I'll go next. I'm Brian. I played Sakura tonight. Had the start of a traditional Japanese tea ceremony, and, wasn't able to finish it. But that's okay. And she didn't get the murdered a prostitute, which actually she's quite happy about, because that actually was not the true hit. So, win-win on her situation there. Anyway, you can find me on Monday playing the Shabbat Young and the Fire Strike. Yes, I did attack the radish-like alien crew member with, let's see, lightning bolt, acid, and fireballs. Scarred him up really nicely, but just didn't get him down to the point where he can't do anything. But yeah, that is pretty well it.
I'll go next. This is Bologna Jelly, aka Bishop, aka Slacky, who did not have much to do in this session or the previous session, which is fine. In the world of Shadowrun, if it comes down to fisticuffs, usually something goes sideways. So, a bishop might not be too happy about not getting to see Slykeep in action, but there's always next mission, right?
Indeed.
And that said, you can catch me Tuesday nights right here, same bat time, same bat channel, and that's pretty much the only public game that I play in. And that's it from me.
Okay. That brings it to me. My turn.
Okay. Cool.
My name's Scott. Psych. I played Sir. I got to have fun by hacking a little doll program thing and make her do fun, entertaining things, which really stimulated my imagination.
Oh,
Very
boy.
Sorry.
kind of fun in the same sense because imagination is fun. Anyways, hey, I had fun with that. Um, brain completely forgot. What else am I in? Oh, I'm in the Apocalypse World thing that's every other Saturday in the Bitter Ends. I play Castiel, who's an angel. Um, so he found the little kid after he disappeared and decided to bring him back on the boat. And hey, what's another person on the boat? Who cares? I'm also on when we get it back together in the Ballad of Menagerie as chess, as we're trying to help the planet, I guess, make it better. I don't know. We're doing something on that planet. I'm also on Monday night in a fire strike is Xander, who is now the manager of his very own department. And he feels good about that. He's got his own department to himself, and it's all his and new. So he's happy. And that's everything I'm in. Yes.
I think we've gotten everyone else, right?
I believe so.
Okay. And that leaves me on Devana. I am the game master for Don't Seattle for Anything Less. You can also find me on the Prismatic Tsunami channel. That's all one word, Prismatic Tsunami. And this week, the only other thing that I'm going to be in is our movie podcast. Exposition Street, we are going to be doing a review of the movie The 13th Warrior, and that will be at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time this Saturday. Other than that, have a great night. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.